Welcome, iZombie, cast, producers. I feel like there's a lot of secrecy around the show. I'm so excited about it, but I haven't seen anything. Rob, what are you hiding? When are we going to see something?
We're thrilled with it. Because we're mid-season and we're still doing a little bit more work on the pilot. I think when Warner Brothers presents it, they want to present the finished product.
Yeah. For folks who aren't familiar with the source material, can you just describe a little bit about what the premise is?
Sure. It's based on a DC comic of the same name, iZombie, and the comic is about a woman who is living as a zombie. She's able to function. She eats brains and then inherits the memories of the people whose brains she has eaten, and we've taken that concept into the show.
And is there a procedural element to it?
Yeah, every week she's solving a crime. She's working in a police morgue, and so all the brains she's eating are murder victim brains. So she gets flashes of their memories, and along with a police detective and her boss at the morgue, solves cases each week.
He's talking about you doing the brain eating.
She's in the room, Rob.
No, these are all very private things that I'm dealing with. One thing that I was thinking about recently, that as well as inheriting the memories of what happened to that person before they died, I also pick up some of their characteristics. And so for an actor, it's a dream. Each week I get to experience, like, you know, well, we shall see, no spoilers, but there's a lot of variety that I get to play with.
And these memories are on the scale of, you know, batshit crazy to just Sookie Stackhouse voices in your head. Where do they range?
They're visual memories of the deceased person. So in the pilot episode, she experiences being thrown off of a building and tumbling down to the pavement below. And other moments, they're less dramatic than that, but the memories that she gets are always moments that are extreme, that were memories worth having. She rarely has a memory of, like, getting up and pouring a cup of coffee.
Unless a bomb went off when she did that.
Although that's a very exciting memory. And what's the ick factor going to be like?
There is going to be some ick factor in there. Yeah, we've got episodes of our bad guy taking a bone saw to a brain. Like there's going to be a lot of brain eating, zombie crushing. You know, we're not going to be The Walking Dead. I don't think that's going to be our stock and trade, like the gore factor. We're not going to out-gore them, but there's going to be a bit of it.
And let's just go through, you guys just tell me quickly, who are you playing?
I play Olivia Moore.
Heavy
They recast that. No, I play Major Lily White, who is the ex-fiancée of this hot number over here, who's kind of finding himself in the wake of their breakup, post her becoming, you know, shall we say, slightly less than human. You know, kind of still pining over her.
Formerly alive is the term I like.
Yeah, so I'm her ex-fiancée, so trying to kind of navigate that awkward friend zone, as well as hopefully get into some trouble of my own.
I play Dr. Ravi Chakrabarti, who's it's Olivia's boss, who works in the morgue, and he's the pathologist. And he is, he's the only one, I guess, right? We can talk. Yeah, he's the only one who knows Liv's secret, and embraces that, and goes on the journey with her and helps her to discover and what she's capable of doing and how she's able to use that.
Yeah, and I play Detective Clyde Babineau. I'm a rookie homicide detective, desperate for my first collar. So her visions are passed off to me as being psychic powers, and I buy into that notion in order to get my first collar.
I played Blaine De Beers. Great name. Thank you for that. Entitled.
It's not a name, it's a major appliance.
He's an entitled rich kid, drug dealer, pop collar. Don't want to be his first collar. So I keep my distance. And I might be that guy who takes the hacksaw to said brain.
Yes.
If you play your cards right.
If I play my cards right.
Yeah, Blaine is the one other zombie that we know of as our universe begins.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, Rob.
For the cast, what was more of the draw? Was it to be in like a zombie show, or was it the pedigree, to work with Rob and Diane?
For me,
Ideally.
it's the graphic novel.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's a huge movement. We're getting everything, all properties from both Marvel and DC, and it's such an exciting time to be a comic book fan. And when this came along and it was a Vertigo DC comic, and it's an adaptation and it's serialized, it was the biggest draw. And then everyone else and Rob and Diane and what they had done, that was the biggest draw for me.
Rob and I had a phone call. I think about 5 minutes into it, we were talking about could zombies have sex? And it was like one of those do we just become best friends moments? And I think from that point I was like, oh, these are good people who have a great idea.
Yeah, I remember my first Skype with Rob was at his mum's 70th birthday, I believe. So I was like, he's a family man, he's in Texas, he's doing that. We just got along great, we had a lot of friends in common. I really respected his work, and him and Diane were just incredibly welcoming. And I mean, it's the people for me and the character.
And lastly, Rob, I have to get a Veronica Mars question in.
Sure.
Love the movie.
Thanks.
I want a sequel. Are we gonna get it?
I hope so. I'm optimistic. The movie made money, which was key to maybe seeing a second one. So, yeah, I'd love to do it. Kristen is out there saying she wants to do it, so we hope it can happen.
Any Veronica Mars alums showing up on iZombie?
Probably yes. We have a role written right now that we just refer to as Ryan Hansen in the writer's room. I have no idea if his schedule is free, but it's who we are imagining for it. We start shooting our Dick Casablancas web series next week, which we're excited about. We got a couple iZombie people in that as well. Blaine De Beers shares the surname with Roman De Beers from Party Down.
Oh,
so
yeah.
possibly Roman De Beers coming up to Seattle to visit. His brother Blaine De Beers will do like a
Who
whole
was-
Vincent Vega,
Martin Starr?
Vega brothers.
Oh, it was Martin Starr.
Yeah, Martin
Okay.
Starr. So that may happen. There might actually be a Party Down iZombie crossover.
I kind of want you to eat Martin Starr's brain.
I would love to do that.
That's the
I would
scene I
get
want to
so
see.
smart.